Hey crafty cuties! I'm excited to share today's layout with you. I'm giving you a little preview to show you how fun this one is so that you will stay and check out how I made this one. Let's go. So today I wanted to use this photo of Alistair decorating our Christmas tree, and we are decorating day 14. So at first I wanted to check out what my base page was, and it was white, so that kind of gave me a blank canvas, and I remembered that I wanted to do this fold out tree kind of thing. So I'm taking a 12 by 12 paper and I'm folding it as equal as I can. So then I'm going to go ahead and just start cutting out a Christmas tree, and you can definitely draw this out if you want yours to be even, but you know, I just went for it because I didn't have a lot of time. So I start with like the stem of the tree and I just cut out like a rectangular shape, and I'm not worried about it being perfect or anything like that. But the rest of the tree, you do have to be a little careful because you want these three fold out areas to stay attached to one another. So you need to make sure that you don't just do a triangle, if that makes sense. You have to leave like the little straight parts on the end, and I'll point that out in just a moment, because you want the pages to stay attached. And if you did like a straight triangle, then you wouldn't have your pages attached. So you're going to see that I'm going to kind of make this, I'm going to perfect this a little bit more, but I just wanted to get a general idea and make sure that the pages would stay together by doing this shape that I had in mind. So I'm going to take my time here to try and make the sides match one another as good as possible. And again, if you would have just drawn this out or used a ruler, you could definitely bypass this, but this is just how I roll, guys. This is how I do it. So as you can see, I'm going to point out the important areas where you have to make sure to keep the paper attached. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep going back and forth until I'm happy with the shape. It's really not going to matter too much once we add the photos. Okay, so right here, this is where you need to make sure to keep the pages attached. And there's probably other ways to make this, but this is just, I just kind of made this up in my head. So now we want to go ahead and I wanted to get an idea of what I wanted to have for the background and how I wanted to add the photo. I go ahead and trim down my photo a bit, but we're going to first start with the background. Whoops. And I'm going to go ahead and just glue this on. This is some really pretty paper from like a collection, I don't know, it's just in my stash from last year. But I really like this paper. It's double-sided paper. It's really pretty. I think it is by, oh boy, it's like Area 57 or something. That's not it at all. But there's a number in the brand. Okay, guys, so I go ahead and just glue this down, you know, do my thing. And then I'm going to, like I said, trim the photo down. And I wanted the picture, I didn't want like any part of the picture to be hanging over the tree. So I did make the choice to go ahead and trim away some of the photo, and that did like trim away his head and some of the tree, but you can still get the gist of the main part of the picture, and I really like how it looked. So if I kept it square like this, I kind of feel like it just really took away from the Christmas tree shape. So I'll go ahead and trim that. I knew I wanted to add some kind of a fun star or topper to the tree, and I thought it was a good opportunity to just use the little 14 sticker that I had because I felt like it was functional and I thought it was pretty cute. So I also punched out a circle to add to the back so that it was pretty on the back and it will just stick on a little bit better this way. I really like how this looked, but I think you could have a lot of fun with the top, and you could do some really pretty star, or I don't know, you could get really creative with this, but again, I just didn't have a lot of time, so I wanted to go ahead and glue this down. I later realized, oh, I could have made this into a pocket also, but how many things do I need to be stuffing away in my journal, because it's getting pretty stuffed. Okay, so I also went ahead and took 2 Polaroid photos of the ornaments that we had got this year for Alistair and Arlo. Actually, our elf brought them for Alistair and Arlo. And every year, if the elf doesn't bring them an ornament, we go and pick one out. And so it's a really special tradition that we have. And so I use my Polaroid camera to take the pictures, and I go ahead and attach these, and it was perfect since I had 2 more spaces. I went ahead and used tape to attach these because the lighting wasn't great, and I figured I might end up retaking the pictures, but for now I just wanted to get them in there. I did a little bit of journaling on the backs of these small journaling cards, and the back of those journaling cards actually had like a design, and so I actually covered it with some ledger paper, and then I just did my journaling. I realized that I should have wrote it upside down so that when you flipped this up, it wasn't upside down, but it still works. I could have also flipped it to the side or something like that, but I really don't care about things being perfect in here as long as I'm getting the memories down. So I go ahead and just use regular tape and tape those down so that they can flip. And I really like how the journaling is on the back of these 2 pictures. But for the 3rd picture, I realized that I didn't have access to the back of it, so I am actually going to go ahead and take that journaling card and just tape it on the top so that it flips up. And again, this is where I was thinking I could have had a pocket or something like that, but that's fine. The journaling card's also really pretty, and so I think that's kind of cool how it's a little bit different. And that's something I really like about these December dailies, is having a mix of really simple pages and some interactive pages, because it's just fun. So I hope you guys liked this layout. It was super fun, and I was glad I got to make it. And I hope that you guys have a great day. I will see you later. Bye.